Imagine being a 12-year-old kid, dirt poor, no education, connections. And one morning, you crack open a rock and stare into the eye socket of a creature that no living human had ever seen before. That moment didn't just change one girl's life, it cracked open the entire history of planet Earth. But the world took everything she discovered, gave the credit to wealthy men in fancy suits, and buried her name like it never existed. This is the story of MaryAnning. And if you've never heard of her, that's exactly the point. It's 1811. Lyme Regis, England, a tiny seaside town. A family so broke they sold fossils on the street just to eat. Mary's father had just died. She was 12 years old, climbing dangerous cliffs every day, hammer in hand. Then one day her hammer hit something big. What she pulled out was a 17-foot sea monster, a complete skull and jaw intact. Scientists called it an Ichthyosaurus. But you know what they called Mary? Nothing. The specimen went to a wealthy collector. The scientific papers were written by men. Mary's name? Footnoted? Buried. Forgotten. Over the next 30 years, MaryAnning made discovery after discovery. The first complete plesiosaur. Mary? The first pterodactyl in England? Mary? She even figured out that weird spiral stones were fossilized dinosaur poop. She called it coprolite, and scientists laughed until they realized she was right. Mary wasn't even allowed in the building of London's top scientific societies. Women couldn't be members. She couldn't vote or get a degree. She was smarter than every man in that room. One geologist wrote that she had made herself thoroughly acquainted with the science. MaryAnning died in 1847, broke, sick, and barely known. She never got the recognition that men built entire careers on using her discoveries. But history couldn't erase her. Every time you see a dinosaur in a museum, that truth exists because she refused to stop swinging her hammer. The world tried to forget MaryAnning. We won't. Smash that like button to tell the algorithm these stories deserve to be heard. Subscribe to Lost Legacies. Drop in the comments what would Mary say today to the scientists who stole her credit? Let's talk.